Texas voters turned the state an even deeper red, if that is even possible.
Yeah, we are saying good morning to Matthew Wilson, a political scientist at SMU. Thank you so much for joining us again. You know, you look at it, and all of the state's top offices are getting new occupants. I mean, are we going to see a big change?
Well, they're new occupants, but they're all occupants from the same party.
Right.
So I don't,
same story?
Well, yeah, no major ideological or policy shifts. The interesting thing to watch will be whether the governing style is more of a temperate, deliberate Abbott style or a little bit more of a confrontational Dan Patrick style.
Right.
And it'll be interesting to see whether any conflicts emerge between the two of them because they have a little bit different ideological approaches to governance within the Republican Party.
One would be called a traditional Republican, one would be called more of a Tea Party Republican, although Greg Abbott, as Attorney General, picked many a fight with the Obama administration, suing 30 times over things like water pollution, air pollution, health care.
Oh yeah, Greg Abbott is no liberal by any means. That's not what I'm suggesting, but his style is perhaps a little more conducive to getting along with folks in the legislature, even folks in his own party, than what we might see from Dan Patrick.
Are you surprised by the Dan Patrick turnout? I mean, Tea Party backed in huge numbers.
Oh yeah, I mean, all the Republicans did very well, and what that points to, I think, is a lot of straight ticket voting. There's very little variation. I think the best Republican statewide candidate got 61%. The worst Republican statewide candidate got 58%.
So it looks like a lot of people went in and just
absolutely, mostly straight ticket voting.
Wow.
There was something going on called Battleground Texas, and it was a political a PAC, an organization that spent millions and millions of dollars to promote Democratic candidates from Wendy Davis to Leticia Van de Putte for statewide office and congressional offices. It just didn't work. And a lot of that money came from outside Texas, claiming that it's inevitable. It's going to start to turn the tide and become a Democratic state.
Yeah, that was really stunning. That effort could not realistically have flopped worse than it did, in the sense that what we saw in 2014 is that Democrats did worse than they had done 4 years ago in 2010, significantly worse, which means that people around the country are going to take a long, hard look and say, look, is this state really on the cusp of becoming competitive? Because certainly the results from last night don't suggest that, and that could point to a reduced Democratic effort in the state in 2016.
Wendy Davis was probably not the strongest candidate. She was the best thing the Democrats had, but was not a terrific campaigner, did not seem to connect with the voters, hoped to make inroads with women, young voters, and minority voters, and really did not make as much of a dent as she could have and should have.
No, it doesn't look like she got strong support anywhere near what she needed from any of those constituencies. And there were real problems for the Davis campaign connecting with Latino voters and mobilizing Latino voters to support her. There were warning signs of this back in the primary, where she lost a lot of the border counties to a completely underfunded, no-name Latino opponent. That certainly carried through into the election last night.
Yeah, Matthew Wilson, thank you so much again. Always appreciate your input.
Thank you.